Well, Colonial Williamsburg doesn't have a thing on Kingston, New York, and every other year that plays out in vivid fashion over a 3-day weekend before an expected crowd of thousands. It may have been the cry attributed to Paul Revere 240 years ago, but it also applies every other year in Kingston. The Redcoats are coming, and so are the Americans, in full regalia and in full reenactment of a historical event, the Burning of Kingston in 1777. It begins at Kingston Point Park on Saturday with reenactors retracing the steps that led to the burning of 300 buildings, retaliation against the biggest colonial target in the area, Kingston, the new capital of New York State.
Most of the residents of Kingston fled before the British got here because all the militia troops were with General Clinton down at Forts Montgomery and Clinton. They were just defeated by this same unit of British on October 9th and were pushed out of there. So they were heading like crazy to come to Kingston, try to cut that off, save the city. They got there a little too late. Most of the citizens had fled. The British came ashore about 9 o'clock on the 16th in the morning, and in roughly 3 hours they burned 300 some buildings right to the ground.
The biennial burning has been held since 1997, with reenactors coming from all over the Northeast, as well as locally. This year, an estimated 80 reenactors will be portraying the event, with battles scheduled at Kingston Point Park and the historic Stockade District. Throughout the weekend, there is a full slate of events, including a colonial ball at City Hall on Saturday. Area businesses on Friday were gearing up for the onslaught of customer sales, especially at shops like Columbia Costumes, which sells authentic attire of the period.
When you are thinking about going to the Burning of Kingston, think of being a participant. We have anything from the shoe buckles to the powdered wigs to the garments between. It is a lot of fun to partake as part of the history as opposed to viewing the history.
I think the thing that might be the most fascinating about this is that it really happened here. That's kind of the fascinating thing. There's a real, honest-to-God tragedy here, and yet out of that tragedy came whole new country. We won is the best way to say it.